Hello and welcome back to the Trainers of the World Tournament. I'm your host DeltaTDS, and for match 110, we've got the Alola Elite Four Kahili going up against the Johto Gym Leader Bugsy. Kahili coming all the way from round 1, where she beat Hala, and in round 2 she beat Roxy at 2-1. Bugsy, however, just coming from round 2, where she beat Mallow 2-0. It's another type disadvantage for bug types, but as we've seen with Viola, you play it right, you can get past that. Kahili's got the Z Crystal. I've forgotten which Pokemon it's on, it's been a while. As Bugsy's got that Mega Scizor. Once these trainers are ready, we can begin 110 and see if the bug type legend can move on to round 2 or round 4, not round 2. Kahili leading off with Hawlucha, Bugsy leading off with Vespiquen. Mandibuzz toxicking that Vespiquen as it goes for a defend order. Mandibuzz confused from Vespiquen's Confused Ray. Vespiquen going for attack order on the Skarmory, breaking that Sturdy. Skarmory setting up the spikes as Vespiquen goes for that Confused Ray on Skarmory. Switching out to the Pinsir as Skarmory goes for a second layer of spikes. Pinsir going for Bulk Up. Skarmory going for Rock Slide, dealing just over a third to that Pinsir. That defense boost really coming in clutch. Going for Superpower, doing less than a third to Skarmory, as Rock Slide does take out that Pinsir. 7 turns in, we've got our first KO of the match. Bugsy sending out that Tyranitar, setting up the Sandstorm here. Going for Steel Wing, gonna miss. That Blunder Policy is gonna double Skarmory's speed as Tyranitar goes for Dragon Dance. Steel Wing gonna do just under half to Tyranitar. Stone Edge with the crit takes out the Skarmory, revealing Tyranitar does have the Life Orb, so it would at most have 3 turns left. Unless something outspeeds and it takes out Tyranitar, or it misses. Kahili sending out that Hawlucha. Flying Press does take out the Tyranitar. Probably the biggest threat to Kahili's team taken out. As Bugsy sends back out that Vespiquen. Flying Press with a crit, doing a third. The Citrus Berry healing it up to 56%. Switching out to the Crobat, attack order is going to do 8% to it. That Sandstorm does end. Air Slash is going to take out the Vespiquen. And Bugsy is down to 3 Pokemon remaining. Bugsy sending out the Scizor here. Kahili switching out to that Toucannon as Scizor goes for Swords Dance here. Toucannon setting up a Beak Blast, gonna burn that Scizor with contact. Scizor was not gonna be liking that burn a lot. Leaving Scizor with 6 turns left at most. Kahili sending out the Amanda Buzz here. Bullet Punch is going to do less than a quarter to it. This Amanda Buzz is going to be pretty difficult. Air Slash does take out the Scizor. Kahili's team is certainly a lot for Bugsy to take care of, especially without that Tyranitar. Heracross being sent out. Stone Edge is going to do 40%. Air Slash with the Cobra Berry is going to do just over a third to Heracross. Negahorn does miss as Manabuzz goes for a Roost. Landing, it does a third to Manabuzz as an Air Slash does take out Heracross. And it's down to Bugsy's last Pokemon, Yanmega. We've seen Yanmegas in the past take out 4 Pokemon in a row. Manabuzz going for that Toxic as Yanmega protects and it gets a free speed boost. Air Slash doing about a third as Manabuzz lands that Toxic. Ancient Powers gonna do just under half to Manabuzz as it goes for a Roost. Air Slash gonna do a third. Manabuzz healing up half. Air Slash dealing another third as Manabuzz's Air Slash plus the Toxic does finish off that Yanmega. And Kahili with 4 Pokemon remaining takes game number 1. We didn't see anything from Oricorio. Other than that, we saw at least a move from all of Kahili's Pokemon. We didn't see the Z Crystal. And from Bugsy's team, we saw at least 2 different moves from all of his Pokemon. But we are back on the field for game number 2. And we'll see if Bugsy can pull out a win and take this to game 3, or if Kahili will add another 2-0 victory to her record. Kahili leading off with that Skarmory, Bugsy with that Pinsir. Pinsir setting up that bulk up as Rock Slide does just over a third to Pinsir. Superpower is going to do just under half to Skarmory as Rock Slide with that defense boost gone takes Pinsir down to 7%. Superpower takes Skarmory down to 10%, and with the Steel Wing, Pinsir does fall. Bugsy sending out that Yanmega. I almost said Bugsy was sent out here, I don't know why. Ancient Power takes out the Skarmory, and Manabuzz is sent out here. Bugbuzz is going to do just under a half to Manabuzz as it gets that Toxic on that Yanmega. Switching out to the Tyranitar as Manabuzz goes for a Roost. Tyranitar starting up that Sandstorm. Manabuzz going for a Toxic as Tyranitar sets up a Dragon Dance. This time, Bugsy doesn't have to worry about those spikes thanks to Skarmory being taken out early. And switching out to the Oricorio as Stone Edge does miss. Unfortunate for the Tyranitar. Oricorio going for a Teeter Dance, and through that confusion takes out that Oricorio. Kahili sending out that Hawlucha. We did see last time this was faster than the Tyranitar. Switching out to the Vespiquen. Flying Press is going to do 19% to it as that Sandstorm subsides. Switching out to the Mandibuzz, getting confused by the Confuse Ray. Switching back out to the Tyranitar. Mandibuzz hurting itself in its confusion. Just what Bugsy had been hoping for. Kahili switching out to the Crobat, taking a Stone Edge. Not gonna like that. Hawlucha sent back out here. Tyranitar Toxic with just a little over a quarter of its health left. Switching out to the Vespiquen again. Flying Press gonna do less than a quarter again, as both Pokemon are buffeted by the Sandstorm. Hawlucha doing its best to take out Vespiquen, or at least do as much damage as it can. Switching out to the Mandibuzz. Heal Order is gonna heal Vespiquen all the way up. A lot of switching out. A lot of playing around these two Pokemon. Air Slash is going to do over half to Yanmega. Ancient Power is going to do just under half. Still no boost from that Ancient Power too. Air Slash is going to do a third to Mandibuzz. Yanmega on its last turn, not able to do really anything to that Mandibuzz. Bugsy sending out that Tyranitar again, setting up the Sandstorm once more. Mandibuzz going for Roost as Tyranitar goes for a Stone Edge, unfortunately missing. Air Slash is going to do 5% to Tyranitar. Stone Edge doing 87% to that Mandibuzz. And a Toxic does take out that Tyranitar, unfortunately. Bugsy sending out the Heracross here. Mega Horn does take out that Mandibuzz. Kahili is down to her last two Pokemon here. Sending out the Hawlucha. Flying Press does take out that Heracross. Interesting, I thought the Koba Berry would have activated, but I guess not. Bugsy sending out the Vespiquen here. Wizjab's gonna do less than a quarter again to that Vespiquen as Hawlucha gets confused and switching out to the Toucannon as Defend Order raises Vespiquen's defenses up. Go for the Z-Power. Supersonic Sky Strike does take out that Vespiquen. Feeling that Z-Crystal now. Scizor going for the Swords Dance as Toucannon preps that Beak Blast, dealing just under half to Scizor. Toucannon going for another Beak Blast, dealing just over a third to Scizor. Toucannon preps another Beak Blast but does fall. And it's down to Hawlucha and Scizor here. Bullet Punch can do over half. Throat Chart does finish off Scizor. And Kahili takes game number 2. Which means she'll be moving on to round 4, where she'll be facing off against Price. This was not edited. Don't say it was. But join us Monday, where we will be seeing the former champion, the Dojo Master Mustard, going up against the Sinnoh Elite Four Bertha. Thank you so much for watching, and until then, take care.